Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I should be farther by now? I did. And that's exactly why I started this challenge. Not because I had it all figured out, but because I was tired of watching my potential rot in the basement of procrastination. Join me as I take on the biggest transformation of my life. I'm challenging myself to master 7 skills that turn ordinary people into unstoppable forces. These aren't trendy habits. They're time-tested, brutally effective, and painfully difficult to develop. But if you stick with, I always thought I had goals. But when I really looked closer, they weren't goals. They were wishes, vague, scattered, and powerless. So I sat down and wrote the question. What do I want to feel at the end of this journey? That changed everything. Instead of saying, I want to make more money, I said, I want to wake up excited, and go to sleep fulfilled. Then I mapped out goals that could get me there. Goal 1, build a side hustle that aligns with my values. Goal 2, rebuild my physical health. Goal 3, strengthen one close relationship I've neglected. Every goal got a why. Every why got a deadline. Here's the painful truth. It's not time you're wasting, it's life. So I ran an experiment. For 7 days, I tracked every minute of my day in brutal detail. What I found? I was losing 4.5 hours per day to unconscious behavior. So I created the 3E system. 1. Eliminate energy vampires, news, gossip, apps. 2. Elevate energy zones, music, movement, mindset triggers. 3. Execute in sprints, 50 minutes deep work, 10-minute reset. But then came the twist. I got sick. My entire structure fell apart. That's when I realized, time management isn't about control, it's about resilience. This was the hardest hour. I failed. Over and over. The truth is, motivation is a liar. It shows up when it wants. But discipline? That's the hero that shows up on the worst days. I started using micro-promises, 5-minute daily wins that I could stack. Brush my teeth. Micro-win. Drink water before coffee. Micro-win. These tiny victories built momentum. But then one morning, I didn't get up. I snoozed. Then snoozed again. And suddenly, I spiraled. I questioned whether I was meant for this. Whether I was enough. That's when I opened an old message from my past self. A journal entry. If you give up now, you'll just have to start over again, only weaker. That line haunted me, and healed me. You can have the best ideas. But if you can't express them, they die with you. I set a challenge. Start 3 meaningful conversations with strangers each day. Some were awkward. Some were incredible. One conversation changed my life, and led to a mentorship I never saw coming. Here's what I learned. 70% of great communication is listening. Energy is louder than words. Vulnerability opens more doors than confidence. And most importantly, people don't want perfection, they want evidence. Every problem has a door. Most of us stare at the wall. I created a system called STOP. State the emotion. Trace the root. Open 3 options. Pick an act. When my business idea failed, I used STOP. When I had a fight with someone I loved, I used STOP. And slowly, I realized. The solution is usually buried under the fear of trying. But then, one problem nearly broke me. My bank account dropped below 0. I had 72 hours to figure it out. How I solved it? That's coming next. I'll show how that one moment led to my biggest breakthrough yet. The world changes. Fast. You either evolve, or dissolve. So I did something drastic. I flipped my schedule upside down. Worked at night. Meditated in chaos. Started doing things out of order. The first week? Horrible. But then, something clicked. Adaptability is like a muscle. And mine grew fast. Here's the rule I created. Get good at plan B, before you need it. One moment tested this more than any other. A family emergency threw my entire life off balance. But instead of crashing, I shifted. In 10 minutes, I'll reveal the chaos ritual I created to train adaptability daily, even during emotional storms. Learning is not reading more books. It's extracting one gold nugget, and using it immediately. I picked 7 mentors online. Watched their top content. And every day, I applied one piece of advice. The result? New ideas. New income. New habits. And one unexpected discovery. Most knowledge becomes wisdom only through discomfort. So I designed discomfort. I sought it out. Cold showers. Public speaking. Vulnerable writing. And through it all, I kept a pain journal, recording what each lesson cost me, and what it gave me. I'll reveal the journal entry that brought me to tears, and changed how I learned forever. At this point, I wasn't who I was at the start. But something was missing. So I returned to my why. Why did I start this? Not to be better. But to be real. To be free. The truth is, becoming unstoppable isn't about perfection. It's about refusing to stop, even when everything inside you wants to. These 7 skills rewired my brain, my body, and my life. And I realized, the final skill isn't on the list. It's belief. Belief in your ability to get back up. Again. And again. If you've made it this far, I believe in you. Leave a comment with the one skill you're committing to this month. Share this video with someone who needs it. Subscribe to Beyond Big Dream, where we turn ordinary into unstoppable.